His name is Oliver Queen. For 5 years, he was stranded on an island with only one goal: to get off the island. Now he will have to fulfill his father's dying wish and use the list of names he left him to bring down those who are poisoning his city, Star City. To do this, he'll have to become something, someone else. Someone like Arrow.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's DJ here with my bro Jeremy.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Joined by our friends Brock, Ben, and Bears.
Boom!
Today we're back with the weekly recap of the Arrow episode from last night, which was called The Return. Bears, would you care to give us a synopsis?
The mail, it never fails, it makes me want to copyright. This episode's called The Return.
Yes.
And I'm doing it a little bit different this time. We're gonna go two parts. You know, we got the flashback and we got the modern day. Anyway, what happens in today? Thea and Oliver are on the island. They're doing their training, which starts with the dual sticks. I forget what it's called.
We'll call
Special
them
training.
We'll just call them the Nightwing sticks.
They're playing Nightwing, and so they're training. So they're sitting around the campfire, kumbaya. Thea's all like, "Oh, Oliver, I should braid your hair." And Oliver's like, "You wouldn't like with trading." And they're all happy that there's no secrets. But you know, comes nighttime, they go to sleep, and Oliver starts having his little weird dreams, and he starts chanting Sarah's name for some reason, like Kalima. And Thea catches on, wakes him up, asks him what's happening. Oliver ducks the question, goes out for a walk, but he goes to see his old friend Deathstroke, aka Slade Wilson, who's also been stuck on the island in Lianu in a underground Argus facility. Fun fact, Lianu means purgatory.
Purgatory, it means purgatory.
Oh, thank you for ruining my moment. Just thank you. Anyway, Malcolm Merlin has released Slade to try and convince Oliver to get back that killer spirit he once had back in season 1. But Oliver he's trying not to. He's trying to be the good guy here. So he gives Thea the gun to protect herself while they try to get off the island. But Slade's just too quick. He just lays the smack down on them and puts them in a cell. Plans on staging their death, blah blah blah, and getting back to, I don't know what he's planning on doing after that. Like, does he go back and take over? Anyway, so so Thea decides she has Oliver trapped in the cell. She's gonna ask some questions, and this time she's gonna get some answers. Tried to get them from Oliver, but no. Oliver has a different plan. Dislocates his shoulder.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's
ouch.
without hesitation, I might add. He just like, oh, I know one way you can do this. There you go.
I never thought I wished for longer arms. I can help you with that.
Thea threads her now broken arm through a nifty little hole, pushes button, which is conveniently too close to a cell, and pop, they are free! During their escape, Thea activates one of the traps, and Oliver is hit by this trap that he made.
Ouch.
That's gotta be like a blow to the ego right there. Well, anyway, Oliver can't move at the moment. He's kind of injured, you know, bleeding and stuff. So now perfect chance for Thea to spring on him with the questions. Oliver breaks down and finally tells her that she is the one that killed Sarah.
Bum, bum, bum.
With the candlestick in the library.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
That'd be so fun. An arrow clue.
Thea is completely broken up by this. She's just devastated. Obviously so. You know, Sarah was like family. And during this process, or this grieving time, okay, she was distraught.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll say that.
During this, Slade actually gets the drop on them and ambushes them. However, their power is too strong and they have massive kung fu. During a epic fight scene that happens there, Thea actually gets the gun, pulls it on him.
Yeah.
And doing the right thing, Oliver is actually able to convince her not to pop a cap in him.
Did she shoot him in the arm though, right?
Yeah, I think she shot him in the arm.
Yeah. Because he like crawled into bed and was holding it.
So she got her left arm dislocated. Oliver got his left arm freaking impaled on, and then he got shot in the arm too.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed? Is they totally just left poor Slade there without any guards, because he kind of killed them all.
So, and he also said they're gonna need more guards to volunteer for the Argus prison. So was that guy just like a volunteer? Or was he just like, he was the guy that drew the short straw?
Well, anyway, we got back in the city. We got Detective Lance, who now knows about Sarah's death, and he's pretty shook up about it, obviously so. You know, just learning that your daughter's dead again. He's sitting at the grave, wondering how he's going to tell Dinah Lance about her daughter. But Laurel shows up, is like, yeah, funny thing about that, you're the last one to know.
Oh, that'd be sad. God. Insult.
He's just
pissed.
Yeah, for lack of a better word, pissed.
Yeah.
being the last one to know. Thought he had a special bond with his daughter. So he leaves, gives her the bottle that he had with him, and that's just sad.
Dude, he called her a poser.
What a rude dude. That was really brutal, though. I mean, I understand him being pissed off. That's completely understandable. But he handled it better than I thought he would.
Yeah.
I honestly thought he'd be like hitting the bottle and he'd just drop everything, but it seemed like he did very well.
Well, that was kind of in the past, which we're going to get to in a second. But first, we end off the modern day. Oliver and Thea finally arrive home. Oliver tells Thea, she probably should keep it on the DL that she, killed Laurel's sister.
Yeah.
But, guess who shows up? King of Timings, Malcolm Merlin. And he gets the wrath of 1,000 Theas.
Oh, that was brutal.
That was awesome, though.
Yeah, she went off on him. That was really awesome.
She agrees that she will do whatever it takes to face Ra's al Ghul. However, her relationship is done with Malcolm Merlin. You can see the heartbreak in Malcolm's eyes. Like,
I know. That was one of the first times that I can recall we've ever seen Malcolm defeated in any way.
Well, there was when his wife died.
Well, yeah.
Haircut. I'm pretty sure the haircut was sadder than he was. Yeah. So we go back in time. We got the flashback. If we recall the beginning of the last episode, or the end of the last episode, sorry. Amanda Waller was just driving in with Oliver Queen and Maceo back to Starling City. So what are they doing here? They're still hunting down China White, or China Way.
China Way.
China White.
China White. It's called China White.
And the only reason Oliver and Maceo are still alive is because they actually need to infiltrate Queen Consolidated, because one of their employees knows the location of the Omega virus. So they plan their epic heist. Meanwhile, we got Detective Lance there sitting in a bar drinking over the loss of Sarah, part 1. So he's drinking. He's completely torn up. But first, we go to Oliver staking out his building, Queen Consolidated, which we see Thea, who's just got out of there, I guess, reminiscing. She's on her way to her father and brother's tombstone. They get there and see Thea exchange with her dealer for drugs. Tommy shows up and plays the surrogate big brother and threatens the dealer and argue over how Oliver would feel if he saw Thea the way she is now. And I gotta say, I kind of miss Tommy seeing him like that,
Yeah, I feel like these flashbacks made more sense than everything else that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
They were good flashbacks, but I think they conflicted a little bit with how the characters acted towards each other at the very beginning of the series. Because Thea said, it seems like Oliver cares more about me when he's dead than when he was actually alive. And then when he came back, they clicked and they were all lovey and like, hey, Speedy, how you doing? And she's like, I missed you so much, Oliver. And it didn't seem like there was that going on. It seemed like
I just imagine that conversation happening. They're just both standing there just straight up in the hallway, just like,
hey,
party. I missed you, Oliver. Oh, hi, Speedy. It's good to see you. I missed you too.
They're reading off a script.
And Thea just looks at the camera every once in a while.
Yeah, and then it's like, was that when I say this? Okay. But and then Tommy playing, like you said, the surrogate big brother. At the beginning of the series, he's like, man, I'd bang your sister if you were dead. It's basically what he said. I don't know if anybody remembers that.
Yeah.
But
so that happens. They go back to the Queen Consolidated building at nighttime, and Oliver is able to sneak in, get the database downloaded, and he finds a file addressed to him and a file for Thea. I would have downloaded both personally, but he only downloads the one.
And he didn't safe remove the USB.
Yeah, he didn't inject it properly.
Noob.
During this process, we also see that Felicity shows up, and she's talking to a picture of Oliver. Apparently, she had a crush on him even back then, even when he looked like a douche. After that happens, Oliver sneaks out and goes and visits Tommy at his party. Yeah, it did Tommy and Laurel. And he's having a massive party for his birthday. But it all made sense when Thea showed up and scored some drugs off the dealer who Tommy warded away earlier. So Oliver's now pissed. He follows this dude up the stairs, threatens him, but the dealer recognizes him. What happens? He throws him off a balcony.
He breaks his neck.
Broke his neck, snapped his neck and threw him like a boss.
I honestly didn't expect that. Yeah, I was actually kind of taken aback by that. I was like, shit, damn, all right.
I thought he was gonna knock him out, not crack his neck and then throw him over.
He dipped him, and then you just hear like,
And then he
Like a
throws
big
him.
ass-
And then he throws him over
Yeah.
the balcony.
And that was a little bit. I mean, it was the
brutal.
family thing. It was the family thing, and then he knows I'm not dead. So I mean, I know why he did it. It just
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, I just didn't expect him to be so ruthless about it.
Yeah.
Maybe throw him off the balcony and he dies that way, but no, he killed him like a professional killer there.
That drug dealer died from that fall. He's a pussy. that was enough to maybe break your arm if you land on it, or like break your leg if you land a weird way. But that's like, I think that might be able to kill a toddler that fall at most. I'm not saying it should have. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's the most. And then Thea being there, I don't know if she was being sarcastic with the whole "I'm a straight A student" thing, but not once has somebody been like, "Oh yeah, I'm a straight A student. I'm totally not gonna go buy alcohol with my fake ID. Oh hey, look, let me buy some drugs." I don't know. I didn't like seeing bitch Thea. That made me
I like seeing Tommy though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was nice to see Tommy again.
Well, anyway, so the police finally show up on the scene, and we got a completely sloshed Detective Lance
Yeah.
who decides to just go off on everybody.
That was hilarious.
Those were some harsh fire words he was
Yeah, those
throwing
were
out.
bad. He was insulting his daughter. He was insulting her friend. Just insulting Thea. He didn't care.
Just everywhere.
He called
Just
her a gold
spitting hot
digger.
fire.
Yeah, he called his own daughter a gold digger. He's like, "What are you, like some kind of gold digger or something?" And Thea, "What are you dressed like my dead daughter? Are you trying to be like your playboy brother, but a woman?" Whore. It was bad. That was real bad.
Before Oliver can step in and probably break Lance's neck too, Maceo comes in, tries to throw him in a car
At gunpoint.
at gunpoint, but Oliver's like, "Nah, bro, nah." So Oliver decides to go back to his house, his giant ass mansion that's completely empty.
Yeah.
Not even like a groundskeeper or a security camera or anything.
I guess Diggle was the first one.
Then Oliver picks up a tablet that's just sitting there. I guess you just leave that stuff lying around unlocked. I would lock mine. Mine's locked. Anyway, he plugs in his data stick, watches a video of his father telling him, "I failed the city. You could do better. You must be better. You must be something else. You must be the Arrow." And then tells him about the book, which he used in season 1. I don't know if he still follows the book. Yeah, he tells him that he can save the city and he can be better than he was. So now Oliver gets this weird look in his eye, like he's gonna just punish evil. So we go back to Maceo, who is doing his job, assigned by Argus, to find China White, I don't even know, China White, and get back the Omega virus. She's holding a auction in what appears to be what will later be Verdant, aka the Bat Cave, aka Treehouse Fortress number Undersea Lab. And Maceo, being a super spy that he is, completely flops the element of surprise.
Yeah, that was weird. That was really weird to say the least. Because it showed him sneaking around. I was like, "Oh, what are they going to do some cool shit?" And then just suddenly, everybody's unloading.
Very
It's
quiet. Fuck shit. And then, yeah, so he gets captured by China White's guards, and Oliver shows up just in the nick of time doing his arrow drop-in.
Yeah.
like,
That famous drop-in that he always does,
Or with a gun.
but with a gun, and shoots everybody. And Maceo's like, "You have arrived at the right time."
except we can understand him.
Except we can understand him. Oliver, being all stone-faced killer now, he totally gets in there. He shoots up China White, and he stops her right before giving her a pow right to kiss her. So with China White finally apprehended, Amanda Waller finally turns over Oliver Queen to General Iro. General Iro. His name
Actually,
will be
yeah, I don't remember. What was his? Yeah, I don't remember his name.
Yeah, they'll call him that.
You'll be General Sir from now on.
General Sir.
General Sir. Hands him over to General Sir, who tells him they have to debrief him in Hong Kong, and then he can go anywhere in the world. "I can show you the world." That's what he says. Verbatim. Seriously, look it up.
He spun in the room.
He did that Disney twirl. There's birds singing and everything, and like, it was magical. And then we got Tommy, who finally hooks up with Laurel right at the end there. And Thea, who finally gets some form of sense in her, pays proper respects to her brother's grave. And father, but mostly her brother. And that's what happened in this week's episode. The Return.
All right, so what were your guys' favorite parts about this episode?
I'd have to say the action. Whenever there's action, like with
It was
Slade.
good action.
Yeah, that was actually pretty awesome.
And like I know it might be brutal, but like the part where he snapped the dude's neck.
Yeah, that was
You like that
I
part?
kind of like that.
Like the part
I liked the flashbacks this episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say Tommy was my favorite part of the episode. Seeing him come back and like his role was just perfect.
I liked her and Oliver like working together to survive them being on the island, and then them kind of getting closer because she already knows everything or most of everything.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was nice to see the queens working together.
Yeah.
And of course, Thea's outburst on
Malcolm.
Merlin was fantastic. That was great.
That was awesome.
But the thing is, I had a problem with that. It's like, okay, we're going to Lian We gotta face our fears. Come on, people, let's go. We gotta go to Lian We gotta go back now. Time to go. It was over too quick.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
was there. He fought Slade, punched him in the face a few times. Now we're back. But it just wasn't enough for me.
Last week's episode, we discussed that it was gonna be like a couple
Yeah.
episodes that they're gonna be there, but
I thought it was
Yeah,
too,
that makes
but I
sense.
think that was sufficient. I honestly think that was sufficient because I don't think they expected to be fighting the person that basically tried to end their bloodline.
Yeah.
So once they fought him and then locked him back up, I think they're like, yeah, that's fine. Let's go back. That's enough of this. I think that was sufficient.
I told you, kid. I keep my promises.
When they first did the when they first played the like echo of him when he opened the door of him like yelling that he keeps his promises, I thought that was gonna be it. Like Slade was back. I was pumped. I was like, Slade's back, and he's actually gonna be in the secret society of supervillains, and I got really excited. But then Malcolm was like, nah, I was me. That was me.
See, what I expected
Don't
is
lose hope, man. That could happen still.
It could. I really, really hope it does.
what I wanted was like, okay, Slade is released right at the beginning episode. Okay, so now Slade, Thea, and Oliver are all trapped on this island. I expected that to span maybe an episode or two. Maybe Oliver and Thea have to go back to Oliver's old ways, where he used to survive on the island to stop Slade, who also has equal knowledge about the island.
Yeah.
But no, it was just a straight up fist fight.
She showed her badassery in this one in a lot of ways, physically and emotionally, I guess.
I was actually surprised that she stood up to Slade.
And
But then
terrifying.
again, movie Slade, or not movie, but show Slade isn't nearly as badass as comic book Slade, let's be honest.
But I don't feel like any sort of lesson or anything Malcolm actually tried to get happen on the island actually happened.
I think the episode was just made as a way to make Thea hate Malcolm more, because apparently there's this like one man in her life at a time rule.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we didn't see Roy at all.
No, yeah.
We didn't.
Well, we also haven't seen
we didn't
Ray in like a season.
Yeah, but that's understandable. He's probably locked himself in a dungeon making his suit. Roy, you should at least showed up or something, you know.
Well, we didn't. Well, they were on the island the whole time.
Well, what about when Thea comes back? You know, you everybody knows that Roy has a thing for her still.
Yeah.
You think he'd be the first one to be there?
So what did you expect him to just be like sitting on her couch like I've been waiting?
Well,
Yes.
Well, he was
He
waiting.
broke down her door.
Yeah, after they.
That was to save her.
So,
His
okay,
Spidey
so
sense
he's out on the balcony waiting to be let in then.
He's just like, he's curled up in front of the door, and he sees her and he starts like clawing at the door.
Just like a cat.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys looking forward to next? Like, as far as the next episode?
This episode didn't actually give any hints to what to expect.
Yeah.
on the
It
next
didn't,
episode.
it didn't really leave me with any cravings. I just kind of like, obviously I want to see more, but it didn't give me a desire for anything in particular.
Well, you guys, okay, any last words, you guys?
Behind an able man, there are always another able man. What? That's I swear, there are always another able man.
That one's good.
Behind an able man, there's always another able man.
No. There are always another able man.
Oh, sorry, there are always another able man. We will see you in the next episode.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello.